Hi guys, so the beginning foundation to correcting government is first knowing that the people have all power, right, authority, and jurisdiction. So the problem is most people don't realize that they have the power or authority, and we still talk about trustees, calling them leaders and officials, and thinking that they're the ones that call the shots. Well, like the people don't know, government for sure doesn't know, because the people have been asleep at the wheel for a very long time. They left their first estate, and so the people have to come back and they have to get the wisdom on who has the power. Once they realize it's them, they need to start correcting their government. Now, to do this, the very first thing we need to do is write judicial notices. We don't want to petition through statutory means. It's all about using judicial notices. This is what our founders have literally put as the roadmap into our constitutions to show us how to petition. It's through judicial petitioning. Excuse me. So, what I did is I wrote a notice that can be given to anybody in the state government, local level, your sheriffs, your governors, legislature, the Supreme Court. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go through this notice with me, and then after that, I will have you go over to www.recapturedwisconsin.com, where you can get this notice. You can sign it. And then once you sign it, it'll download. And if you would like to use it, just change out the provisions that need to be changed out. That's really all you have to do. It's already set for you. So let's go through this and we will read it, and then I will post it for you guys to enjoy. Okay, in this notice, we are asking them for a point of clarity regarding the people's power. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. This means you have to give this notice to everybody above, below, and beside you. This is no exception. All right. So we always start off with I, one of the people of the 50 American states. Whatever your state is, you can put in there with your provision. Sui juris. Now we are setting our status, standing, and jurisdiction. Republican inform, am serving you this notice so that you and your agents as trustees and servants of the people may provide immediate due care. Okay, then we go to take notice that the people wish to give a point of clarity regarding the people's power and your positions as trustees and servants of the people. Article 1, Section 4 and Section 22, so these are my provisions of the Wisconsin Constitution, states that to maintain a free government, the people have a right to assemble for the common good, to instruct and regulate their government by bringing them to a frequent reoccurrence to fundamental principles. The Wisconsin Constitution, Article 1, Section 4, so we're going to show them where it says it, that the people have the right to assemble for the common good, petition government, and it can never be abridged. Wisconsin Constitution, Article 1, Section 22 shows where it says that the blessings of a free government can only be maintained by a firm adherence to justice, moderation, temperance, frugality, virtue, and by a frequent reoccurrence to fundamental principles. Then we threw in New Hampshire, Part the First, Article 8, because this talks about the people's right to know, our power, and that we can regulate our government. So all power residing originally in and being derived from the people, all magistrates and officers of government are their substitutes and agents and at all times accountable to them. Government, therefore, should be open, accessible, and responsible. I'm not responsible, they should be responsible, but responsive and accountable. Sorry. Okay. So then I put the maxims of law that backed up the provision on a maintenance of free government with the fundamental principles. Okay. Then we go, please take notice that we the people, when the people created government, we expressly wrote into the state and federal constitutions the grants and limitations of power we gave to government to work on our behalf for our common good. In that grant of borrowed powers, the people reserve to themselves all power, right, authority, and jurisdiction to ourselves. It is important for you as trustees to understand that all rights, powers, authority, and jurisdiction are inherent in the people and are declared reserved to the people to ensure the government could not infringe on those rights. You will see throughout the 50 state constitutions where the people reserve these rights and powers equally among all people, and that those inherent rights do not end at state borders. This means that provisions in the bills and declarations of rights are applied to all states regardless of what state you are residing in. Please see evidence below. So then we show the provisions for Wisconsin Constitution, Article 1, Section 1, showing that all people have these rights, that to be secure in those rights, governments are instituted. And then we back that up with Virginia Constitution, Article 1, Section 2, showing that all power is vested in the people and is derived from the people, and that magistrates are their trustees and servants at all times, amenable to them. And the Massachusetts part, the first Article 1, text of Section 4, is one of my favorites because, and most people aren't going to see this if they're stuck in looking in the federal Constitution, but that it literally tells us that we have the sole and exclusive right of exercising and enjoying every power, jurisdiction, and right. So this means that we have it all. It says which is not or may not hereafter be given or expressly delegated to the United States of America in Congress assembled. Here's the thing. We did not, nor did we ever, give away our power to the state or the federal government. And we literally declared that and sealed it in state and federal constitutions. So then we just followed it up at the end there with the maxims of law. And then the very last thing we do is we say, please give a point of clarity if you believe that the state constitutions declare that all power is derived from the people, and that you stand as substitutes and agents that must be open, responsive, as well as accessible and accountable to the people. And then we give them 5 business days to respond. So that is it. Feel free to use this and go correct your government.